9-7. Bust a bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice, grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when to violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that get with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress of the videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot, got all my people in red clothes. Metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros. Like you really wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, ain't gonna be trust. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us, yo, we murder us. A lot of people is wondering and they curious. I mean, in my unit, do it is so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. Shook others be walking around fearing us. Front, baby, like you don't wanna be hearing us.
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. They run. It's the rookie from UCLA. He's forward. Gets a couple of yards. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes the puck. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. They left him wide open. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. First down, here's Dak. His first throw is an interception. Jonathan Jones makes the play. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run here on first down. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Daniels from the pistol. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. It's taken in by Sinnott. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Out of the gun, Daniels. Got Sinnott, it's complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Aubrey puts it through. And they come away with some points on that series.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll get it up to the 44. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st and 10, Prescott. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. So that connection for a first... Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Working quickly here. Prescott here from the gun. He's on the move. That one gains 7. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Prescott set to pass. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
On first down, here's Daniels. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Back to the well again. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 48. Forced out to his right. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Daniels throwing on third. That's caught for the first. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On first down, they'll run. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Offense up to the line fast. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he gets this forward to the 19. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
Daniels on first down. Throw complete to Sinnott. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown! Sanders connects on the point after. And the Commanders take a 3-possession lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And look at this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Looking middle, firing deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
36 yards. That's good.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Pass is caught at the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. From the red zone now. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd and goal, Prescott. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be their last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again. Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Second down and 10. Daniels. Trying for the deep ball. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Takes it in at the 21. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. He'll throw it. Completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Here comes the final play of our first half. Here's a give up the middle. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Return coming from the 6. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. It's taken in by Sinnott. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Now try and pick this up on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
The Commanders ready for the punt. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And this gets all the way down inside the 5. The officials blow it dead at the 4-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the gun is Prescott. Complete here to Bowers. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Another throw for Prescott. Getting out to his left. And after all that, he still can't get rid of it. They get there and drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the sack. And they get to him again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
3rd and long for him here. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that brings up 4th and long. Now the Raiders readying for the punt. And they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Has it at the 13. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Commanders will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Got Sinnott, it's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Commanders' ball. A chance at... New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll run here. Oh no, the ball is loose! And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Man in motion here. To the air, 3rd and long. Complete, it's McLaurin. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 27. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. Out of the gun, Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And Things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Cut near the goal line. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Commanders nearing their 2nd win in the campaign. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close to 6.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built themselves up a little buffer here, Kate. It's never over until it's over.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Commanders, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. The moment you see them look to pass from this close to their own goal line, Brock, it is that defense's goal to hurry him and force a mistake just like that.
Yeah, those guys, they're so sneaky on the back end, Kate. They know the clock is being sped up. They know that the quarterback can feel those footsteps and thinking about a safety, and those defenders just wait for that rush throw, and then they step in, they deliver, and they take the ball away.
Running it now out of the gun.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Back-to-back carries here. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
This throw is caught. And that's a Washington touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone,